Hey everybody, welcome back. We're glad to have you with us. I'm
Yes.
here with Pastor Isaiah and we're going over what he taught last Sunday about understanding the orphan spirit and how God really made us as sons. And I love today's topic. It's so relevant and we really want to get into the fact that if you live from a place of competition, chances are that's coming from an orphan spirit.
Yes, and I do want to speak to the idea that there's people who be like, well, I'm really competitive.
Yeah, thank you.
That's not necessarily bad. You're allowed to enjoy competition
Yes,
in a safe environment because
Yeah.
that's what sports, games, like
Absolutely.
there is competition that's good.
Yes.
We're not saying that all competition is evil.
that's good.
But an orphan, right, comes from the idea that I have to compete to earn needs. And that's very different. Needs
Yeah.
versus fun.
Yeah, if
right?
you-
It's fun to compete in football.
Yes, but if you think about orphans, for real, in
Yeah.
real life orphans, there is only so much to go around.
There's only so many families adopting.
Yes, so I have to hoard in order to make sure there's enough for me. So there's this fear of lack.
Right. And that fear of lack also comes into I have to compete for love and attention. Right?
that's so sad.
Not just physical needs. It is sad.
Yeah,
It's sad in reality, and then it's also sad when it becomes true in our life.
yes,
Because
absolutely.
if I'm acting as an orphan and I'm competing for love and attention when I have a
Yes.
God, a Father, who just wants to pour out love on me,
Wow,
and yet I've missed it. It is sad. And I've been there. And I get there, and then I go back, and
yeah,
again, there's no judgment when this is
That's
true
good.
in some area of your life or in
good.
all areas of your life. Because the reality is some of us did grow up, even if you had parents or one parent, you might have grown up with lack
right.
of love, of attention, of your
Yes.
physical needs being met.
Sure,
That's a reality in this world.
yes.
And so that reality creates the orphan spirit before you even
Such
know
a
what
big
it
deal.
is. So if you've grown up with that, you knew nothing else.
Yes. And to me, it's such a big deal in our culture, too, because it's how we perceive ourselves and how we reflect God back and how
Right.
we're walking this out. So regardless of who you are or where you came from, when we know who we are in the kingdom, it changes how we relate to other people
Yeah.
and how we feel on the inside. So then it doesn't matter what anyone else says about us because
Yeah.
we know who we are, not just our identity, but our needs being met. I don't have to compete with you for something because God's got it.
And even if I'm going through a season where it's harder for my needs to be met or a certain need isn't being met
Yeah.
all the time or the way I want it to be, I don't have lack because of that reality,
Yes.
because God is walking with me.
Yeah.
And it changes the whole environment. If you are a son, if you're secure, right, instead of competing for things, but you're secure and I know where my needs come from.
Yeah.
I know where I know where my money's going to come from,
Yeah.
right? I'm not competing for a job or to be the best at my job or, to make the sales so I actually get paid at my job.
Yes.
Instead, I'm realizing
Yes.
like all the money's coming from God. I don't actually have to fight anyone else or no one else has to not succeed for me to succeed.
That's a
You can
big one.
actually celebrate other people's
Yes.
success and celebrate people who are doing well at things that even the things that you wanted to do well at,
Yes.
because it doesn't mean there's any lack of it for you.
Yes.
And the world comes from this mindset that if someone else has something, that's less of it for you.
Yes. That's a huge thing. It's huge in the church. When
Right.
someone comes up and gives a testimony and you're sitting in your seat and you're a little ticked off
Why
that you
isn't
didn't
that-
get, yeah, how
why
come
didn't God
they
give it
got
to
it?
me?
That is orphan.
Yes.
That just is like a warning light that says, hey, there's an area in your heart that doesn't believe that God fully loves you.
Because that's what an orphan mentality is.
Yes.
It's just not believing that the Father is really a good Father who loves you.
Has enough to go around. There's more than enough. And that his process with me looks different than his process with you. And because I'm in relationship with him, he's walking me through.
Yeah.
And will take care of me in my process. So that doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside. It's all happening between me and him.
Right. And the thing about competition, orphan spirit, mindset, mentality, is that it's self-fulfilling. If you believe in lack, you're cutting yourself off from
Wow.
the source.
Yes.
If you believe that there's not enough love to go around, you won't feel loved. And so then you will compete. And sometimes when you do put someone else down, you get more here on earth. And so it is actually fulfilling, like, no, this has worked for me.
Yes.
But in the end, like that's a really rough road to run.
Wow.
Because you're making it all happen, and eventually you can't make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's when you crash and burn. when you live in an orphan mindset, eventually it's going to crash.
That is so powerful. And hopefully, again, you're getting tools, things are going off inside of you that's like, yeah, that's what I deal with. Or, wow, I've overcome that. And we highly encourage you not to walk these things out by yourself. That's what we're here for. So as we grow together, we'll learn how to overcome. We'll see you tomorrow.